is happiness to you?
Happiness is something that is elusive, and thank God, because if we found it, we would be doomed to eternal senility. It is our discontent that drives us and becomes our creative impulse. So I think happiness is a never-ending horizon. It's to have the aspiration for the progressive realization of worthy goals, to have the ability to love and have compassion, to have the confidence that you can get in touch with the creative source of the universe, the higher power. If you have that, then you are on the journey at least of happiness.
What are the 3 ways in which all of us as people around the world can contribute to our own wellness, to the wellness of our loved ones and our friends, from our home, from our jobs or career situations, or the way we give out to the
3 ways. I'm reminded of 3 Punjabi words.
Okay, let's hear them.
One of them is Simran, the second is Seva, and the third is Satsang.
Now I understand Seva, which is service.
Service without selfish motivation.
Okay.
Simran actually is the same thing as remembrance. There's a Sufi word for it as well. To remember who you really are, to remember your higher calling, to remember that you are not a human being with occasional spiritual experiences, you are a spiritual being with an occasional human experience. That is Simran, to remember, to find out. What Rumi says, I was there in the beginning and I was the spirit of love. That is to remember. So that's Simran. And Seva, as you said, is service. And Satsang is to hang out with the right people.
Okay.
It means the gathering of people who are looking for the truth, not who have found the truth. Because, as Václav Havel said in his inaugural speech, hang out with people who are looking for the truth and run away from those who have found it. So,
because why do you say that? Because they become the experts, and then they become like the oak tree, like you said, and they're not the reef which is willing to bend, right?
So satsang is just, the company of wise people, the company of people who are like-minded.
Flow with the energy, right? Just sort of not resist it.
Yeah.
And so there should be a choice in people we sort of associate with, and
so.
without being rude to them. Be
without
selective.
being rude, but it also happens quite spontaneously, You want to be with people who are vibrating at the same frequency of consciousness.
Can you feel it? Like, can you feel the energy of like-minded?
Right now.
Me too. I love it. I love this. So tell me, how can I, as a person who is extremely busy, and maybe the viewers who are watching right now can relate to this. We run around, we're on the roller coaster, or let's call it the merry-go-round. We never have time to get off that merry-go-round. How do we find some moments in our life every day in those 24 hours where we can, in very simple ways, maybe have a fix-it from Deepak right now? Because I think in America we always want that drive-through solution. Totally, very quick, do not want to sort of work too much at it. How can I become more aware, Deepak, of my present and not live in the past or the future?
Sit in the morning quietly, silence your internal dialogue by maybe mentally repeating a sacred name, 99 names of Allah, or watch your breath, or just, say something as innocuous as I am till your internal dialogue settles down. And then ask yourself very simple questions like, who am I? What do I want? What's my life purpose? What's my passion? What are my peak experiences? What contribution do I want to make in the world? What are the qualities I look for in a good friend? What are the qualities I best express in my personal relationships? Who are my heroes, heroines in history, in mythology, in religion? What are my unique talents? How can I express them in the service of humanity? Not all these questions, one or two of them, and then let it go. You don't even have to look for the answers. As has been said wisely, live the question. Just live the question, and one day you will move into the answers.
What is forgiveness, true forgiveness?
True forgiveness is letting go of grievances and resentments.
Is it possible?
Yeah, it's a simple exercise. If you're holding a grievance and forgiveness against someone, bring them into your awareness, bring them into your heart. Tell yourself every decision I make is a choice between a grievance and a miracle. Now what would you choose, a grievance or a miracle?
A miracle.
So choose the miracle.
Is it that easy though?
It's
How do you forget your
It's
hurt and how do you forget
by
the pain?
recognizing that it can only perpetuate your own suffering. If you're hurting, you don't want to hurt more. And as long as you hold on to the grievance and the resentment, it will perpetuate that cycle. But there's a process also. I take people through processes of how they witness it, how they express it, how they release it, how they share it, how they celebrate the release of the grievances.
Okay, I'd like to hear something very light-hearted from you, something funny at the end.
Something funny at the end?
Something that made you like totally laugh out or chuckle or like really sort of, and it could be some incident in your life which has to do with your child, with your friend, with the client. I don't know, but I don't know if we can actually give out the client info as well.
No, the other day, just I think before you came in, my phone rang and somebody said, "Is Hugh there?" And I said, "Hugh who?" And the other person said, "You who yourself." Okay.
Did they know they were talking to you?
I said, "Well, you
God.
Yourself too." So it happened about 10 minutes before you came in.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your patience and the pearls of wisdom that you sort of shared with us. And I'm sure everybody watching us right now enjoyed this conversation, which was lighthearted as well as being serious. And I thank you so much for joining us on What's Wellness. And before I say goodbye to everybody who's watching us right now, I think I leave you with a thought for the day, which is breathe in God and breathe out fear. Till we meet again in our next segment of What's Wellness, you guys take care. And me and Deepak are wishing you a lot of wellness in this journey called life. Bye-bye.